Did you know there are 5 simple exercises that can make you feel and move as if you were 20 years younger? The truth is, as we age, many of us simply accept weakness and fragility as an inevitable fate. Struggling up the stairs, finding it hard to get out of bed, living with constant back pain, we resign ourselves to thinking this is just the normal process of getting older. But I have incredible news for you. There is a specific, scientifically proven approach to exercise that can physically turn back the clock in just a few short weeks. In this video, I will reveal this exact method, along with the 5 best exercises to keep you strong and healthy, especially if you are over 50. Before we dive into the exercises, we must understand one critical factor that directly dictates our strength and mobility. Starting at the age of 30, the human body begins a natural, relentless decline in muscle mass. In 1989, this condition was given an official medical name, sarcopenia. After 50, this process of muscle loss accelerates drastically. And in 2019, sarcopenia was recognized as an official diagnosis because it is the primary culprit behind weakness, loss of balance, frequent falls, and ultimately, disability in older adults. However, science has made a breakthrough. A massive, recent study in 2024 proved an astonishing fact. Sarcopenia can not only be stopped, but entirely reversed. In just 12 weeks, with the right, targeted exercises, older individuals successfully rebuilt their muscle mass and reclaimed their lost strength. You might be thinking right now, I already know that exercise is important. But here is the catch. Not all exercises are beneficial, and they certainly do not all work with the same efficiency. The wrong movements, or chaotic workouts without a proper systematic approach, can be a complete waste of your time, or worse, lead to severe injury. That is exactly why today, we are going to break down the 5 absolute best anti-aging exercises, along with one fundamental method that scientists call the golden standard in the fight against muscle loss. Regardless of your current age or fitness level, we will focus on the most critical muscle groups. I will provide variations for every level, from the safest, simplest beginner movements to more advanced techniques. Let us begin with exercise number 1. The squat. This is a foundational movement that I highly recommend for absolutely anyone over the age of 50. The squat engages the largest, most vital muscles required for our daily survival. The glutes, the quadriceps, and the hamstrings. These are the very muscles that allow us to walk with confidence, rise effortlessly from a chair, and climb stairs without losing our breath. Additionally, squats activate the muscles of your back and core, which dramatically improves your overall stability in everyday life. Here is how to perform the squat safely and correctly. Stand up straight, placing your feet shoulder-width apart. Extend your arms out in front of you for balance, or cross them over your chest. As you inhale, slowly lower yourself down, bending your hips and knees simultaneously. Make sure to pause for just a brief second at the bottom of the movement. Your back must remain absolutely straight, and your breathing deep and steady. On the exhale, push yourself powerfully back up, focusing intensely on how the large muscles of your legs are working. I usually recommend performing 2 sets of 10 repetitions. If you want to increase the challenge, hold a pair of dumbbells. To make it easier, perform slow, controlled rises from a sturdy chair, using your hands on the armrest to maintain your balance. But before you start doing this exercise every day, you must understand one crucial principle. Without it, you will not just fail to see progress, you might actually cause severe harm. This is the golden rule of rehabilitation. Never increase your load by more than 20% per week. Progress is not meant to be fast. True, lasting strength returns only through absolute consistency and a very gradual increase in resistance. Now that you understand the golden rule of gradual progression, let us move on to the second exercise. This one is aimed entirely at strengthening your back and core muscles, which is absolutely critical for eliminating chronic pain. Exercise number 2 is the modified crunch. It engages your core, specifically the rectus abdominis. But even more importantly, a properly executed crunch strengthens the deep, stabilizing muscles of your torso. This is the very foundation for excellent posture, trunk stability, and the reduction of persistent lower back pain. Lie flat on your back, bend your knees, and place your feet flat on the floor or on a firm mattress. Rest the palms of your hands on your thighs. Activate your abdominal muscles by pulling your navel downward, straight toward the floor. Imagine your muscles slightly tightening while your lower back flattens out and presses firmly against the surface beneath you. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, smoothly lift your shoulder blades off the floor, using only the raw power of your abdominal muscles. Under no circumstances should you pull on your neck. Perform 2 sets of 15 repetitions. If you feel any tension in your neck, you may lightly place your hands behind your head for gentle support. But remember, the movement must originate entirely from your stomach. After forging a strong core, we move to exercise number 3, reverse lunges. This movement simultaneously develops leg strength, stability, coordination, balance, and joint flexibility. Traditional forward lunges can be quite difficult and jarring, which is exactly why I recommend reverse lunges. They are significantly safer for your knees and much easier to master. Stand perfectly straight and place a sturdy chair in front of you, or hold on to a countertop for reliable support. Keep your spine flawlessly straight. Take a wide step backward, wider than your normal walking stride. Your front leg should form a precise 90-degree angle. Your back leg stays on its toes, also bending at roughly a right angle. Lower yourself down very smoothly, maintaining a single, unbroken straight line from your neck down to your pelvis. You do not need to touch the floor with your knee. Simply lower yourself until you are about 2 inches away from the ground. Then push yourself back up in one fluid, controlled motion while keeping your core tight. We are down to our final 2 exercises, and they are among the most effective movements you can possibly do. Exercise number 4 is the modified push-up. This is an incredibly powerful tool for developing raw strength throughout your entire upper body. Push-ups effectively target your chest muscles, your shoulders, and your triceps, while also actively engaging your core. It is this specific upper body strength that allows us to lift, carry heavy objects, pull, and push things in our daily lives without pain and without unnecessary physical strain. Place your hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Rest your weight on your knees, creating one perfectly straight, rigid line from the top of your head straight down to your knees. Slowly lower yourself toward the floor by bending your elbows. Stop descending when your chest is hovering just an inch above the ground. Slowly and with total control, push yourself back up, maintaining strict tension in your core the entire time. For an easier variation, try the wall push-up. Stand facing a wall about a foot away from it. Bend your elbows to bring your chest closer to the wall, then push back. If you have excellent mobility, perform the classic full push-up from your toes. Your primary goal is 2 sets of 10 repetitions, progressing gradually over time. Finally, we arrive at exercise number 5, the glute bridge. In my professional view, this is the ultimate test and the single best exercise to reveal the true level of your physical strength and mobility at 70, 80, and beyond. Lie on your back, knees bent, with your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Rest your arms along your sides, palms facing down. Inhale, pull your stomach in, and brace your core. driving your heels firmly into the floor. Lift your pelvis upward while powerfully squeezing your glutes. You do not need to push up into a perfectly straight line. Simply raise your hips as high as you can without feeling any pain. Hold that top position for 1 full second. As you exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. To increase the difficulty, try extending one leg straight up into the air. This will fiercely activate the lateral stabilizers of your hips. The golden rule here is to always keep your core braced and never overarch your lower back. Every single movement you make must be incredibly smooth and entirely under your absolute control.